Good morning and happy Friday. I'm excited today. Special treat today.
Yeah.
We have a very special person that I'm not going to say anything about because Coach Myra Miles can do all that. But I'm excited to sit and listen. And I just want to say this before I turn it over to Coach. Uh, Thank you so much. So many of you in this community, as I've been out and traveling this week and last week, a lot of messages, a lot of calls, a lot of, just, hey, praying for you, safe travels. And I say that not because of me, but it's just a testament to this community that we're a part of. Thank you for being you. And today's going to be a great day. So I'm going to turn it over to Coach Myra Miles. Coach, all yours.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, everyone. This was kind of been trying to get this guy on here before now. And he wears a lot of hats in his previous life. In his current life, he's living the life of Riley. He's got a new fishing boat. He's in Naples. He and his better half, Miss Holly, are really living life to the fullest. But Mr. Don Hulin, he is going to give us some positive words today. Don is retired military. He is a retired school teacher, coach, principal, almost a superintendent if he'd have wanted it in troubling times. But what I'm most proud of is he's one of the best mentors and bosses and guys that I have ever worked with. And he has a special gift that every day he brings happiness. So, Don,
hey, good
good
morning.
morning, buddy. It's so
How are
good
you
to
guys?
see you. I'm great.
Doing great. Hey, thanks for inviting me. And those kind words way overrated for me, as you know. I enjoyed every minute of what we did together, and still value that today. Hey, I think you want to just ask me some things about what kept me going all those years. Is that kind of where you want me to go with that, Myra?
Yeah, and with all your background with military and coaching, teaching, principal.
Yeah. I was very fortunate because I had all those experiences. I had active duty military. I had Air National Guard duty. I had corporate America experience too for a good while, and then 33 total years in basically secondary education. I started a little bit with elementary schools, but mainly in secondary. But hey, did what we were doing. I started out as a coach and teacher and taught some special ed. But what I really valued about all those experiences, and I think you know me well enough, I always tried to be the very best I could be in all of those areas. And if I was able to do that, I really felt in my heart that I could motivate people to be part of a team and also have success as a team, whether it be in athletics, whether it be in our administrative team where we used to have it at Hoover High School where we finished up. We had to solve problems, and I felt that if I was prepared to do that by motivating myself, then I needed to motivate you guys, and then in turn we'd motivate our 350 faculty we had. But we based that all on being able to motivate each other, to not get overwhelmed with who's the boss. I'm not the boss. And that was exactly how I tried to run that. We made decisions based on what a team wanted to do. And I tried to give everyone within my organization the ability to come to me and say, Don, that's a stupid way of doing that. Let's do something different. And I was always able to listen, I think. Obviously not the smartest guy around with all the folks in the educational community, but I think I was able to relate to people and relate to people in a way that we could get things done. So to me, that was very important because I think if we had those goals based on what we were doing and motivating each other, then we could solve the problems for that enormous team that we had. And it was not only there, it was in the military and everything else. A little bit different with military is if you didn't motivate your team, motivate your squad, then you could get somebody hurt. And so it was, I tried to have all those backgrounds in the back of my mind and then motivate teams to do that. But you'll never do that in anything you do unless you motivate yourself first to be better, to learn, to keep learning, because God knows things have changed radically. In those last 5 or 6 years that we were at Hoover High School, which was a great experience, things they kept changing. We kept growing and experiencing different demographics and things like that. So you had to be very, very up to date on what you were doing and then pass that on to your team. If that made sense.
Yeah, Don, this is something that you always did a really good job of. And I know in our community here, we have a lot of, we have people that have done everything you're doing. We have military, we have teachers, we have network marketers, we have great individuals in this little community that we get on every morning. But
Yeah.
when you ran into a bump in the road and things didn't go really good at every level, how did you go within yourself to make a change, to say, hey, it's time to make a change? Let's go, Don.
Yeah, and you're very right in that sometimes those things that you had to change or try to change, where sometimes I didn't 100% believe in, okay? But if I took a valued look at that situation, whether it be a problem or an issue or whatever we were trying to get done, I said, okay, put my feelings aside, okay? I'm not going to put my basic instincts aside, but hey, let's hear what everybody has to say about this. And I think I was also very good at some point with the help of you guys, is that I made a decision, okay? And once we came to conclusion within our team framework, I was going to make a decision. I think some folks have trouble doing that sometimes. Now, I pained over those decisions a lot of times because I'd go home at night after making a big decision as a team, and I'd think to myself, okay, in the middle of the night, okay, what are the ramifications going to be for me? But I thought it was going to be very important that whatever we decided as a team, to make sure you took care of the team in response, because you're not gonna please everybody. So there was going to be some pushback whether we thought we had a great idea or not. But the ultimate spokesman, I believe, needed to be me in those situations after we made that decision. And I think that streamlined, and I think that protected my folks. So to me, that was extremely important. But make a decision. You have to.
Well, one thing that I wanted you to share, I'm just going to give the basic thing that I didn't know Don. I'd never heard of Don. He had worked at a really small, not a really small, it's a big school now, but it's a smaller school closer to Montgomery, Alabama. But at one time, Don had applied, now correct me if I'm wrong, he had applied for our freshman campus job and did not get that position. And
That's
then
right.
he got the job, or then he looks at his better half, Miss Holly, and he says, I'm going after the largest school in the state of Alabama job at Hoover. I'm going to apply for this thing. So, Don, that's courage, that's determination, that's confidence. What got you to that point?
Well, yeah, I think a lot of pain with Miss Holly, obviously, because I've told you that story. She said, have you lost your mind? You have a great job right now. And, it was a great experience for me. It was a K-12 school. I've been in large high schools all my career in Louisiana, in New Orleans. And so it was a different challenge. But at that point, going to the small school, the K-12 school, that was another challenge for me. I'd proven myself at where I was currently at, and was actually asked to go and assist out there. Well, that turned into a great experience for me. But I can remember those folks in that interview process at Hoover High School, to them, a lot of those folks, that was a negative coming from a small school. Mm-hmm. But what people don't realize, and I think all the educators out there are in those K-12 schools or small schools, you don't have a lot of help. And you have to make those decisions by yourself a lot of times. And so that prepared me. But the biggest thing, and you know me well enough, is I was always looking for a challenge. I wanted to keep growing. And at that point in my career, I did the research. I knew what was going on. There was some things happening at Hoover High School that had been going on for a while. In my researching that, it looked like somebody needed to come in and, not turn the apple cart over, but give them a new framework from the staff's perspective, from the community's perspective, and try to get us on a different path to success. And I'm very proud of that. I think we as a team, once we got in there for those 11 years, I was very motivated because I knew at some point in my career after Hoover, at the end of the Hoover run, that was going to be it. And I wanted to leave that place in a better place than I thought we found it. Okay, and I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but I think we did. I think we righted the ship, but not only right the ship, we motivated each other to make everything better, whether it be band, whether it be gymnast, whether anything, swimming, all those things we created. We built buildings, we added space, we moved the freshman campus back. So you look at the laundry list of things we did, we not only cleaned up the things that were going on, we moved the school forward, in my opinion.
So basically, Don, and one of the reasons I wanted you on here and everybody to hear your story is Don was a master of whenever there was an obstacle in the way, he found a way to get over it. And I think we all can relate to that. And I think that Don will tell you that his ability to relate to people, to connect with people, was his biggest asset. I know it was for me. So I just wanted to make sure that y'all shared that, they got to hear that from Don. And Don, really appreciate your time today. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. And I have to say one last thing. I know we got to go, but just based on what you said, I always said this to everyone that I was around me in an organization, that relationships are the most important aspect of any organization's success.
That's right. Well, Don, thank you for your time, even though that purple shirt's pretty ugly. So,
well, hey, I didn't put LSU in there, but there's my fishing shirt. Since I'm retired, that's where we're heading today, I think.
okay.
So.
Well, listen, it's great to have you. Love you. And thank you for the time that you spent with us today.
I love you guys too. Appreciate the opportunity. Thanks. Good seeing you guys.
Great. Bye-bye. All right, Coach Palmer, back to you.
Don, thank you so much. Wow. It's, here's what I like as we end. Everybody's on different paths, but what keeps coming up, and what Don said, relationships, curves in the road, the ability to motivate yourself and then in turn pay it forward and motivate somebody else on your team or a group of people on your team to reach the goal that you want to accomplish. And Coach, thanks for asking Don to come on. Don, if you're still there, thank you so much, and enjoy some fishing. I know you've earned that. So, and Coach Meyer has told me so much about you. So, Coach, thanks for bringing guests to the table here. I know it added value to my life today. So, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. It's another week fulfilled here with the Coach's Corner, and we'll start back on Monday. Have a great weekend. And as always, let's find somebody today, make them have a better day because we showed up in their life. Love you guys.
Have a great day. Love y'all.
Blessings to you all.
Blessings to you, DeBoer.